we have a founder coming in who has done something very, very unique. And what has he done? Of course, he's got deep experience inside of the D2C e-com game, but what he has done as of late is made ice cream actually healthy and actually delicious. And I would say doing it bigger and better than I've seen anyone else come out of the gate at. Is that fair, Colin? I mean, getting inside of Erewhon, I mean, right out of the box, new flavors, new formulations. I'm talking about, yeah, go ahead.
Also, the branding is absolutely spectacular. This is no small feat for the branding. I just want we're gonna gush over the branding with him, but I just want to say that before we intro him because he's absolutely incredible.
Let's get him in here. We're talking about co-founder and CEO of Natty Ice Cream, Tyrel Johnson. Get in here, Tyrell. Get in here.
Let's go
with the Natty hat. Let's go.
Wow. Coming live from the car, moving and grooving, making things happen on the road.
We got to, man.
But I appreciate the crazy intro.
Yeah, we appreciate you making the time and getting in here, brother. I know that you have got history inside of our space with what you were doing with Boulevard Brands and Shot Crew. And man, I would just appreciate if you would give audience some perspective on and the origin story behind Natty Ice Cream, because I mean the packaging, all of the things, the macros, man, it's so unique. But give us just a little insight on, man, what motivated this and how have you guys gotten off to such a good start, get inside of Erewhon, all the things.
I mean, it came naturally to, funny. Everything's been Natty the whole way. My brother and I, the year before Natty was even an idea, we were a lot more overweight than we currently, we're in great shape now. We were not back then. Nice. Over the course of a year, we got fed up with it. So over the course of a year, we worked with a trainer, cleaned up our diet, avoided bad ingredients like seed oils, sweetener alternatives, stuff like that. Yeah. And went whole food focused and combined 100 pounds, completely changed the way we feel, look, and, exist. And at the tail end of that, as big ice cream fanatics, there was nothing on the market that we felt we could eat. It was either super indulgent, full of fat and sugar, or it was made with really nasty ingredients. And so at the tail end of that journey, I picked up a Ninja Creamy, fell in love with it immediately.
There we go, baby.
But I was like, this is too much work. This needs to be in a pint. Why can't I go to the store and buy this? Clean ingredients, high protein. And that was really the initial start of Natty. The reason for the name, though, is my brother and I fell in love with the Natty bodybuilding culture in that process of weight loss and fitness. And so we really resonated deeply with that community and just the approach of no, there are no shortcuts. You have to earn. Everything you earn is so much better anyway. And so don't take any shortcuts. Don't take any PEDs or anything like that. And we rolled that ethos into the brand we were creating because we feel the same way about ingredients and product. There are no shortcuts. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to create an ice cream that is clean label, great macros, tastes great. And it did. It took us a year and a half and over 300 recipes to crack the code and make an ice cream that was amazing. Yeah, we did it all in-house too. So we built our own ice cream manufacturing facility here in Scottsdale. It was a grind. But
man.
Just like the same way, you go into the gym, you just eat well, you sleep well, and you hard. It's the same ethos, the same mentality, same approach.
That is crazy. I had no clue you were manufacturing as well.
That's such a lift. It's such a lift.
Wow. So that's been crazy.
Phenomenal.
Yep.
Well, man, you're more than just knowing what should go in there and how it should taste. I mean, brother, you're making the soup. You got the messy kitchen back there. That's wild.
Yeah, we felt like we needed to have a really close relationship with the product and master it ourselves. And really there's no, when you outsource anything, you lose communication, right? to some extent. You lose that relationship with the product or service or whatever you're doing. And I've seen that with my background in the agency world, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you source the work, if you don't do it right, it can be done right, but it's never the same as like actually getting your hands dirty and doing it yourself and understanding it, especially when it comes to food. And so, of course, now we have a co-packer, like we have partners that we're scaling with, but figuring out the recipe, the formulation in the early days and going through that,
Wow.
putting in the blood, sweat, and tears to perfect it really made all the difference. And that's the reason why today there are a lot of protein ice creams on the market, but no options currently have clean ingredients, great macros, like low sugar. The big thing for us is it's very low added sugar. It's clean ingredients.
Yeah.
There's no sucralose, allulose, erythritol, no sugar alcohols, no seed oils, nothing that you would want in your ice cream. And the macros are phenomenal, right? So that's only the result of all the work we put in early on. And so we're not the fastest growing brand, but it's a long game. We're playing the long game here. And this year we're slated to have a lot of growth. We're going to be in over 200 doors in the next 60 days.
Wild.
So things are picking up big time. We're working on a lot of really, really cool things behind the scenes that I can't talk about, but
when I think about your brand, and I think exactly about that community, that body lifting, weightlifting community. I'm sure you're thinking about how we're going to deploy some of this within the influencer program and who you're going to touch on. Can you talk a little bit about that, of maybe who you've touched on in the past, and maybe sprinkle some guys that you might be, or girls that you might be working with in the future? Because this product is poised for explosive influencer growth. I mean, it is just perfect for it.
Yeah. We there's nobody I can name specifically quite yet, but let's just say it's a combination of real partnerships on like an ownership level.
Oh,
perfect.
And
whoa,
obviously a tertiary layer of influencers in the space, and not just people who get a ton of views on videos and have like that reach. It's the relationships. We've done tests with local Pilates instructors and CrossFit instructors. They can move more product than a macro influencer in some cases, right? Because they have like a relationship to the consumer in a given area where a product is sold. And so, there's a very detailed strategy going into the retail rollout and growth that we're achieving this year. And then we're putting the final touches on direct consumer, some cool things coming there with a new product line.
Love it.
Can't say anything quite, but it's
oh, come on.
I know there's so many, but like I hate to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but it's like very, very, right around the corner.
Okay.
Well, it's one of the principles of buzz marketing that Joe just talked with us about. Secrets. Sometimes you got to keep them. Sometimes you got to keep them.
I mean, we'll show up right at the bodybuilding conference expos and stuff like that, Arnold Classic Expo, Fit Expo, things like that. Be involved with the community. Community is huge for us, doing group workouts and just bringing people together. I mean, you can't really beat an ice cream party on the tail end of a workout, right?
Can't beat it.
It's the best.
Tell me this. What, I see you guys as, I'll say this. I'm not exactly sure who your enemy is. A lot of times when I think about marketing, I think of like, who is our product positioned against? I almost feel like you're positioned against everything inside of the category, traditional ice cream, kind of like healthy
big ice cream.
Yeah. Big ice cream. Healthy-ish ice cream that has, some of the products you mentioned, like seed oils and allulose. They're framed as if they're healthy, but maybe don't have the level of clean ingredients that you have. I know David is coming out with an ice cream very soon. I saw you and Paul Saladino interacting on Twitter about that. Man, give me like who is your real competitor that you see as you guys stand out against?
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't prioritize the the health of Americans and just
Wow.
humans in general.
Wow.
Like at the end of the day, people need and want, and the consumer's shifting, right? Like the consumer voting with their dollars for better for you premium products that use clean ingredients. You see it with the rise of like influencers, Bobby Parrish and the like, talking about, hey, swap this for that. And
Yep.
people are responding, right? You look at the retail landscape and you can see products in Costco, Target, Walmart getting better over time.
Yeah.
And so for us, I saw how much food changed my life and my health and my brother's and all the folks around me. And so if we can make a dent in that in a positive way and give people a better option, the best option right now in ice cream and something that is the #1 dessert in America. Like it's consumed so often. It's a massive market. People are eating it all the time, but it can be good. Like healthy ice cream doesn't need to taste terrible, right? It
That's
doesn't
awesome.
need to use bad ingredients. It just takes, not to give ourselves too much credit, but it takes a team that's not willing to accept any shortcuts and like put in the work to make a product that's actually really, really good. And we're finally there. So like that's our enemy is like bad food. And I'm not going to name any specific brands, but
I was talking with Colin about this. I really see you guys as like in the vein of and then going beyond Halo Top. It's kind of like how I was thinking. But Colin was like, no, Halo Top's trash. It's like these people are far beyond. He was saying that, but you kind of like fit that mold, except you're like going beyond in my mind. That's kind of how I think about you guys right now. Is that fair? Is that like a fair categorization?
The next generation of healthy ice cream, Halo Top 2.0, whatever you want to call it, it's the new version. It's elevating they definitely educated the consumer that hey, there can be a healthier, low calorie ice cream. That now the consumers are like, cool, they're open to that. But they left some things unattended, like the texture wasn't great, the taste a little watered down, the ingredients now are horrible for you, and so we're just coming in and taking it to the next level.
I love it.
Wow. You're combining so many trends that Chris and I are seeing for brands to be crushing in 2026. And I think one of them that you touched on is in real life. And we're so bullish on that because it is quote unquote anti-AI. Could you talk more about what you're excited about in 2026, where you guys are moving forward? Maybe some stuff that you can share. I know you got some stuff, some secrets, but some stuff you're really excited about sharing in 2026 with the team and with the world.
Yeah, for sure. I think for us, the biggest thing is just growing in retail, right? Getting the product into more people's hands around the nation, because right now we're consolidated in Southern California, right?
Yeah.
So expanding more west and east as well, and covering the country. But number two, as we do that, we'll also be bringing community together in all those key cities.
Yeah. And
it's our grand vision is wild. It's going to take time to get there, but it's inevitable that Natty has a gym, right? And we bring people together. Like we're at the end of the day, we have an amazing product line, but we're building a world. We're world building here, and we want to give people inspiration through the brand we've built, through the community we're building, and just give people it's a platform. It's akin to a Red Bull, but just not adrenaline energy. It's better for you, fitness, health, clean foods, and there's so much more we're gonna do this year on that with community. So,
wow. I need a Natty Equinox partnership yesterday. I need it yesterday. I need it ASAP.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a lot of our conversation with Van Man out in San Diego.
100%.
It's the same vein of to go forward, going back to, actual real products that aren't sullied or soiled with artificial things that are actually harming us. And he's taking products that you're putting on your skin and showing how good they are by developing a restaurant for it, like come eat these tallow fries, come eat these burgers. And I want this eat real food kind of like ethos to just pervade so many things inside of the American grocery cart. I mean, why not, of course, fries, of course, burgers, and beyond ice cream.
People
we need to
still
start
want
moving.
that stuff, People
exactly.
They're not going to stop eating burgers and fries, right? I still want pizza. I just don't want. It's in moderation. It's understanding what you're putting in your body, all the way down to the ingredients, and just choosing better. And now that the consumer is choosing better, brands are incentivized to develop those products, and it's like a cycle, right? The more brands participating and staying true to clean ingredients, the more options there are for consumers. It's a self-fulfilling cycle, right?
Yeah.
So we're just part of that. Everything we do is built around that ethos, like merch right now, and we've been repping it a bunch ourselves. But it's made in Portugal using 100% organic cotton, like no polyester, no synthetic fibers. It like everything we do is like underneath that umbrella of choosing the better option.
Gosh, let us know when that drops, because Chris and I want to pick up some ASAP.
Yeah, we're going to pick up some. We're going to put it behind us so that it can
rock it on the show.
Sit and be on the show, whatever we're on. Tyrell, I think what you're doing is truly unique. You're pushing the boundaries. You're going forward in terms of CPG, in terms of ice cream, the delicious things that we all want to eat, except we don't want to feel bad afterward. Man, tell me, based on, your background, agency side, and the history that you've had here, man, did anything from those years, any lessons that you took away that you baked in to building Natty in the right way and scaling growth up from here? Anything come to mind when you think about that?
I mean, a few things. One, for me, from day one was building a brand that goes beyond a product, and that comes down to all kinds of decisions, from the name to how you yourself in the market with competitors, to the packaging, like the words you use, everything, needs to. It's hard to do, but if you do it right, and I think we're executing that pretty well, it's like a lifestyle. Natty is a lifestyle, and it gives the brand so many jumping off points, but with that comes like you have to be very responsible in understanding your core consumer and building products for their life. Right. It's like doing both at the same time. It has to make sense for the brand. It needs to serve that core consumer. And the third, even it adds more complexity to it, is you also want to be able to scale that to mass market. To create a company that can exit or do big things. Right. So for me, it's packaging. How do we stand out in the freezer aisle? Let's bring the color. Let's take the color away. These bright, vibrant white, photos of ice cream. Let's go in an opposite direction. Let's change it up in a fundamental way. And then how we're thinking about regrowth, right? We're focused on relationship with the consumer versus scaling super fast and hoping we can figure it out and we can have really good, solid velocity in all the doors we're in, instead of just taking a massive risk very fast and hoping. Actually, doing it in a very strategic way. We're stair-stepping.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I think that's so important, and you hinted at a little bit earlier in the show. You're building for longevity. You're not building to sprint scale right now, which I think a lot of brands try to do, and it just really disrupts things really badly. You're trying to build this thing into, I would think, a generational company.
Oh yeah.
Just from what I'm hearing from you.
That's what it sounds like. We may have lost Tyrell, but is he back? Tyrell, are you back?
He's here in spirit.
He's here.
I think
in
I'm
spirit.
back.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
doing,
go.
yeah. Hopefully this works, but yeah, at the end of the day, trying to build a truly a generate, you know, ideally there's a world where we don't even need to sell the brand. Like we're open to
Yeah.
acquisition, of course, building it in that way. But at the end of the day, you know, it can be a brand that lasts well over a decade.
Yeah.
Well, we think it will be, Tyrell, and we really appreciate you joining us. We are going to be tuned in. I know the day that you get inside of HEB or Whole Foods in Central Texas, I'm going to be there, brother. And I'm going to be picking up a few pints for myself. And then we got to somehow get them to Charlotte, North Carolina,
I'll
too.
take them all. I'll take them all.
Man, we appreciate you joining the show, and we're going to be following the success, brother, and we look forward to those new flavors coming out soon. I know there's some new flavors on the way. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys.
See
Thanks
you.
for having me on, and appreciate it.